Greetings, Libra, and welcome to Earth Angel Activities, where I'll be doing a reading for you tonight. So we'll go ahead and hop right in. Thank you, Most High God. Thank you, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you so much for the viewer, for the one who is watching. Thank you for allowing them to receive messages. Thank you for allowing me to be the conduit of that message. Thank you so much for these messages for our angels and our spirit team. Thank you for angelic assistance, God. Thank you so much for that. In your name, we thank you so much for this moment in time, for this peace that will come to follow. In your name, we thank you. So it is. Ashe. What energy may be causing Libra any type of discomfort or heartache at this time? Relationships. Libra. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And I'm hearing that's about to change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Since these readings are looking into the shadow, we have to understand that whomever this reading is for, this is about the relationships that have been a source of turmoil in your life. There are relationships that have been a source of disruption of peace, disruption of focus. There may have been a bit of trauma bonding that took place as well. I'm getting this sense of the need to hold on, the need to cling to something or to someone for whatever reason. And I'm seeing that someone may have lost something together. You may have lost certain things together or around the same time. And that is, it's like an anchor point. I'm seeing the game tetherball being played. Like, that is the point that no matter how far, no matter how high, no matter where you go, there is a sense of this coming back to this false sense of safety in this relationship that causes you grief. But because of how many things have been changing, just planetarily and things of that nature, things are changing. I'm hearing your taste buds are changing. What you like is changing. Expensive taste. So I went to the grocery store today, and that's all I'm hearing. Like, the lady kept saying, like, oh, you know, they have expensive tastes. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like, I like some of them things too, but okay. You know, and I'm hearing that, like, you have expensive tastes. Like, you don't, things that are trifling, they just don't appeal to your taste buds anymore. Like, the trifling things that used to be exciting and fun when you were young and dumb, or before you finally opened your eyes, you know, it's like now you understand my taste buds have changed. I require so much more now. Like, I'm seeing that you don't throw people away though. Libra, you're smart, but of course, you're Libra, right? Like, Libras move different, right? Libras move different. But let me tell you something, babes, about an unhealed Libra. A Libra who has not healed themselves can be extremely manipulating. Libra, these energies are focused more on shadow energy, like things that are reflecting negatively, you know, about you, around you, in your aura from the spiritual world. So, Libra, you need to remember to understand about your role that you play in relationships. And this message is, you know what? Let me see. You know, I really want to say that that was Leo, who they had friendship to come out, and it was a very similar tone. It was a very similar energy. So maybe there's a Leo involved. Maybe you have Leo placements. Maybe the Leo reading in general can be of assistance to you. I'm not sure, but I'm just throwing it out there because the vibe is definitely similar. Because the vibe is of the energy of looking at yourself and seeing, why have the relationships that I have had over the years, the ones that have ended, what role did I truly play in those situations? Was I effed up? Did I play a role that, you know, I wouldn't play that role the same way now? Or that was messed up and I would definitely play the same role. I would do the same thing again. I recognize that it was effed up, but I would still do it all over again. And if so, why? Like, for some of you, yeah, this message is going to be quite triggering because it's not the fluff of, oh, this person did this to you and that and you. Which yeah, you know, we definitely as earth angels, we have had our share of sorrow, you know, but at the same time, we've also had our moments where we have played the villain in somebody else's story. And I'm seeing the energy of you having played the villain in someone else's story at some point. And that is the energy that needs to be resolved. Like, you don't have to call them on the phone. No, you don't have to call them on the phone. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to bring them into this. This is simply about you and your spiritual development. You know, you don't have to call everybody in your high school class who you were supposed to graduate with to tell them that you got your GED. That's the vibe. Like, you do not have to call these people. You do not have to let them know that you have forgiven them, that you have moved on. You know, if God, your angels, your spirit team, if they present you with the opportunity in the future to interact with these people personally, face to face, then you know to behave yourself and to present with the energy of forgiveness and or apologies if need be, right? And humility and love, right? You don't want no trouble. You don't want no problems. Matter of fact, you want peace. That's who you are now, so that's how you vibrate now, right? But there were moments before you became the enlightened being that you are now that your angels and your spirit team are asking you to reevaluate now. There may be someone in your circle, a young school, new school, whatever they call themselves these days, you know, someone who may be in need of your guidance, but because of the gaps between the generations, it's difficult for us to speak and communicate on a heart-to-heart level. But I'm seeing that you need to go back to the basics in order to communicate with this person. This could be a child. This could be a grown child that you have, that you're having difficulty with communicating with them. And it's like, you love them, you want the best for them, you know, and they know you love them and they know you want the best for them too. But it's like, it's things, you know, just being an OG. Like, okay, I was watching this show called Outlast. And if you want to watch it or whatever, I'm about to give you a spoiler alert. So go watch it first before you listen to the rest of this reading, as I'm about to spoil it. Okay, so season 2, that's the season I watched, but it was just terrible that these guys, to me, in my mind anyway, these 2 guys, they ended up winning the whole thing, and they dumped one of the guys that I feel like they shouldn't have dumped. But then as I watched it, I was like, well, dang, I guess if they wouldn't have dumped the guy, maybe they wouldn't have made it But at the same time, the other team, they had this vibration of longevity. Like if they had played that game the way they were truly supposed to play it, which was you just go out in the forest and you survive, those two guys would not have made it. They never would have made it. Because the old guys, the guys that had some wisdom under their belt, they're the ones who had the game of staying power. They had that, what you need for sustainability, for a new way of life that is easier, that brings you peace, that brings you comfort. You know, the two guys who ended up winning it, they were young, they were strong, they had a couple skills, but they had no skills compared to old daddy over here. Daddy over here, okay, daddy, his team, he had more people on his team to make sure that everybody was taken care of. Well, that team had more old heads on that team. Let's say that. Old school, okay? Old school. They had more old school in that team who just had the experience. You know, they had the experience, they had the know-how, they had the seasoning. Alright? The new school guys had the muscle. That's it. I mean, they knew a couple things, but it was nothing. They weren't eating as good as the old heads. And I'm being guided to say that because somebody really needs to be a guide to someone young around them. And somebody, or you are the one who needs to look to the generation, your elders. You need to look to your elders. It's like you don't even have any respect. You need to look to your elders. Even if you don't agree with everything they say, do you really believe that there are things that they don't know? They just the fact that y'all are alive on the same day shows you that they have accomplished something that you have yet to accomplish, which is making it to a certain age. And sometimes just the simple fact that you've seen it long enough, it gives you knowledge, but it doesn't mean you know everything, right? Because that's why old school needs to listen to new school, right? Because new school is trying to tell you, like, they don't do it like that no more. They do it like this now. Like, there's an easier way to skin this cat now. So there is some serious generational conversations that need to be had over here, Libra. You know, serious generational conversations that need to be had. I don't know who you fit yourself, you fit them, you fit whatever, you know. Fit it how it resonates, because this is major for you. Like, this is healing in relationships and spaces that you didn't even think were gonna ever, like, you had given up. Look, you had given up hope, but look, there is new hope now. 1 and 6, that's the energy of 7. This is a whole new option that is being given to you at this time. But it depends on what you choose to see the value in. It depends on what you choose to see the value in. And it depends on how much you choose to give versus how much you choose to receive. You can be an island or you can be a team. That's what I'm hearing. The other cards that were coming out were pretty good too. Look, you can be an island or you can be a team. You get to choose what you create. Look, the Magician, the 6 of Wands, victory, success, prosperity, and a new way of thinking with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is always the divine feminine, in my opinion. You know, the Queen of Swords, and then underneath, look, the Queen of Wands. The queens are divine energy, divine feminine energy, always. Because when we're talking about the queens, we're talking about the energy underneath, the energy that you can't see, but you feel. You know it's there. You know it's there. You feel it. You feel it. Okay, last message for you. So much is changing. So much is changing in the thought realm, and those thoughts, the meditative energy that is coming through is like your angels are gonna start helping you develop new ways of approaching people, situations, and circumstances. Like you're gonna be meditating, and you're not even gonna realize that you're meditating because your angels aren't gonna present it to you like that. They're just gonna start helping you figure out new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing things. Look, trust in divine detours. Again, the 1 and the 6. This is the Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. That 7 energy, that newness, the renewal of the mind. Things happening that you couldn't even believe were possible. Like you had put them away, like that's not possible. And I'm hearing now it's possible. Be playful. Yeah, like welcome in this energy. The antelope was upside down, but look, life is speeding up. This thing is happening now, but it's dependent on you. Look, it's so funny. Life is speeding up. The antelope was in reverse, and then underneath it, turtle spirit. It was like, no, well, things are really slowing down. Things are slowing down, so now you get to see it better. You get to see the details. You get to focus on the details of each situation. As things are being restored, things are being repaired, I hear a lot of, oh my goodness, I never would have known that had you not said anything. Like that's the type of conversations that I'm seeing you having. And it's with a child. Like I'm seeing it with a child. You know, however this energy is playing out for you, it could be a romantic relationship. However, these are, general readings. So, but that's how the divine is showing it to me. I'm seeing an adult child with an older parent, and I'm seeing things finally come together. Wow. I love it. I love love. So I'm just so happy that somebody and that a family is finally reconciling. So anyway, Libra, I know this has been very, very specific for it's been a personal reading for someone out there. So I pray it finds you in time. I pray it's been of assistance to you. So we'll talk again soon. All right. Bye.